here we are. Let's push the door open. That's
It
it.
looks as though you want some new gates here.
Yes. Right, now then, can you remember
Yes.
where we are now?
Now this is the stables,
Yes.
and this is where we kept the pig during the war,
Yes.
in here, and it had a litter.
Yes. And was that the hayloft?
And yes, it's above here, straight above here, the hayloft is.
Yeah. And what happened? Did you ever sleep in there?
Yes, we slept in there when the rooms were full of visitors.
Yes.
The bedrooms in the house, three of
Yeah.
us children used to sleep on mattresses on the floor up here.
Really?
For a week, you know.
Yes.
For a week.
Yes. And you didn't mind, did you?
No, we loved it. Oh, I thought it was great. But
It was an
fine,
adventure. Now, what
Yeah.
was the room? This
Yeah.
room here? What was
Now,
this?
this was the coal house, but
Yes.
there was a ladder fixed to the wall there, up there.
Yes.
And see the trap
Oh yes, I
door?
can see the trap
Well, there was
door.
a ladder up there, and that's the way we went up the step
Oh,
ladder.
you went through there?
Yes.
On
yeah.
up a ladder?
Yes.
I
Well,
see.
so only way you can get to it, really. You can't get up this way,
You
see.
can't get up that way?
No.
Right, and
Now, this was the coach house.
that was the coach house. But you didn't have horses yourself or a coach, did you?
With the visitors brought cars with them, you know. They used to throw the cars in here.
Yes.
And they had a car. It's a lovely big coach house, this is.
And what about the yard? Was this where your mother dried her washing as well?
Yes, she did the washing in here.
And what about,
Yeah.
was this where the pig was killed?
Yes, and this was where the pig was killed here.
Yes.
And
And can you remember how it was done?
yes, we stuck a knife in his throat here.
Yes.
And he bled to death. You know,
Yes.
And all the blood run down here.
Went down that
Yes,
drain?
that drain, yes.
Oh dear. I bet the pig squealed.
Oh, yeah.
And what was here? Was there anything in
That was
particular?
a mixing there, big, you know, where all your rubbish was thrown in that corner.
Oh, I see, where you kept the dustbins.
Yes. It's all brick. Is it brick still bricked up, is it?
Yes, it's
The
still a
back?
brick wall.
Yes, well,
Yes.
that's where that was all the rubbish was tipped in there.
I see.
And that was collected once a week.
Yes.
And there was a bit of a shelter here at the back. Is it still here?
No, it's gone.
Is it?
Yes,
there
it's
was
gone.
It was covered in along there.
Yes.
And Dad used to keep some timber and one or two bicycles and things like that.
Oh,
under
I
there.
see. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, shall we go in the house?
Yes.
And you can show me where
Yeah.
the bakery was. Can you remember that?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go in then. I bet it's changed since you were a boy.
Well, it
Do you think
has,
it
yes.
has?
Yes, it has,
Right.
really, yes.
Now
Yes,
then, there was the house.
Yeah, that's the toilet.
That was the toilet,
Yes.
yeah.
That's the coal house.
Yes. Right. And where are we
And,
now?
this was an extra kitchen that my father had built on.
Oh, he had
Bit of
it
a
covered
kitchen,
in?
yeah. Yes, he had this covered in.
So that building there was, what was that?
That is the bakery.
That was where your
Yes,
mother
that's
baked
the
the
bakery
bread?
as well, yes.
Oh,
yes.
let's go and have a look then.
Yeah.
Mind this step. Right, door, there we are. Now then, so, now put us in
They
the...
use it as a storeroom now, but this was the bakery, this was.
Yes.
There was a large oven here,
In the
this,
co- in
taking up this corner, complete of this corner, except
Yes.
into that.
Yes.
That was flour, bags of flour along there.
Yes,
And there was a long trough along here for mixing dough,
yes,
for making the bread.
Yes.
Along it was about up to about there.
yes,
With a pair of scales on the top,
yes,
for moulding your bread,
yeah.
the dough and that.
And what were these walls white or what colour were they?
Well, they're white glazed bricks, all these.
White
weren't they?
glazed?
Yes, all
Ah.
white glazed bricks.
And
Yes,
where
they'd
did,
been painted, huh?
and how did you put the coal on the fire? Did you have to do it from outside?
It's up the back, up that corner.
Yes.
The fireplace, yes,
Yeah.
with coke fires.
Oh, coke.
Coke,
I
yeah.
see. And this was where everything was baked.
Yes, yeah.
My goodness, it's...
She baked the bread for the village, my mother did.
Did she?
Yeah.
And is this where she used to put her feet in the oven to get
No,
them warm?
no,
Not
that
this
was,
one.
No, that was in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, I see.
yes.
Right. So has it changed very much since you came?
No, it doesn't.
Not really.
No, it doesn't really, no.
Lovely. Shall we go outside again?
We'll go to the kitchen
Let's go
now.
inside, shall we? We'll go inside the house.
Now this is the kitchen.
Yes, I bet this has changed, hasn't it?
Yes, it has indeed.
My
yeah.
goodness.
Yes, that was a pantry.
That was a pantry,
Yeah.
yes. And was that where the fire was?
This used to be one of the old-fashioned boiler area for doing your washing.
Oh.
You know, the old-fashioned one with a fireplace under there.
I see.
And a chimney up there.
Yes. And was that where the fire was, in that space there?
Yes, and I'll tell you where my mother used to warm her feet in the oven. There was 2 ovens each side of this.
Yes.
There was a range, you know.
A black one?
Yes, a black range with an oven on each side.
Yes.
And I've seen it now in the winter, you know, sat on the chair with her feet in the oven.
To get them warm, did she really?
Yes, is there still cupboard there?
Yes, there's cupboards there, exactly
that's it, yes.
as when you were aboard.
And they had a long sofa along here.
Yes.
Mm.
But your mother was...
And then there's another pantry here.
Where?
This is another pantry.
Yes.
I still use it a pantry, by the look of it.
That's a walk-in pantry, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm.
That's lovely.
Yeah, there was 2 pantries, that one and that one.
And that one over there. Mm. So really, it was quite a big house, wasn't it?
It was a big house, yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
But I think your mother worked hard, didn't she?
Oh, my word, yes, she did.
She was a good mother.
Yes, oh, my word, she was wonderful to us kids.
Yes.
I don't know, we're looking back over the years, you know, after I wondered how she kept going like she did.
Yes, it was hard work, wasn't it?
Oh, it was indeed, yes.
She never had time for anything but looking after you.
Yes.
Now then, shall we go outside?
Yes.
You know your way out here better than I do.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go this way. I think.
Oh, you want to go into the
we haven't looked at the shop really,
no,
have
that's
we?
right, no.
I think these are still the same doors. They look it, don't they?
Yes.
Right, now where was the shop?
Yes, no. Is the camera one? Oh, come on.
Here we are, in here.
You went to the shop first
right.
then?
Now, was this the shop? This is where
yes,
you lived?
Yes, this was part of the shop as well.
Was it?
Yes. The counter came right along here.
So this wasn't here then?
No, that wasn't there. Oh, this is a new built-in part. It's been altered to make a dining room, you see.
Yes.
But my father had it made into a dining room because we got the lounge.
Yes.
But when we started taking the visitors, he hadn't got a place in the dining room, so he had this
altered.
Converted, the front part of the shop.
I see. So
originally it was the shop.
Hold on a second, can I just get ahead of you?
He wants to get in front of you.
Yes.
Now we can go out again.
Yeah.
Now, you've got to go in the shop now.
Yeah.
Right? So, this was the shop then?
Yes.
I see.
Yes. This was the shop, and the counter came straight along here.
Yes.
Right round to there.
Oh, it was a big one.
And on that end there was the till.
Yes.
And the pair of scales.
Yes.
And there were drawers along here, you know. The counter, we've got drawers underneath.
Yes.
And we had tobacco and ounces of tobacco and cigarettes in drawers along here.
I see, yes. And did the sugar come in a big sack and you
Yes,
had to weigh
yes, we had, Dad used to buy a sack of sugar, a large sack about this high.
Yes.
You know, a large sack. And we used to weigh it ourselves into 2-pound bags of sugar.
I see.
Always sold in 2-pound bags.
Yes, I see. Right.
Yeah.
Anything else you can tell me about it?
Well, that was the sweets, that part of the shop.
Over there.
And the other part was mainly cartons,
yes.
advertising cartons and that, you know, and the other part.
Yes.
That was before it was converted.
Back, yes.
Yes, and then along here was all, and here was all squared cubby holes, like for storing the flour and rice and
biscuits and
sugar and all sorts of things.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it was quite a busy shop, wasn't it?
Oh, it was when we first started, yes.
General stores?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shall we go and have a look somewhere else now?
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing all right. You've remembered very well, haven't you? Let's go out this way then.
Now this...
Into the garden eventually.
Do you want to go in the sitting room?
Or shall we go in the garden?
Try the sitting room.
Do you want to go in the sitting room?
This
Can you
is the drawing
remember
room.
this?
Yes,
right.
this is the drawing room.
Oh, were you allowed in here?
Yes, we had a piano over there in that corner.
Yes.
And there was a sideboard here.
Yes.
And we had a window seat in there.
Yeah.
And
a window seat there.
a window seat all round the bay.
Yes. A piano over there.
A piano over there, yes.
And a sideboard behind us.
Yes, sideboard behind us.
And what was this for? What was this?
Oh, this was a trap door into the shop, you know, if we were sat here and we were nobody in the shop, you know, we could see if anybody, if anybody came.
You could see who was coming into the shop.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
That was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So this was the sitting room?
Yes, this was the sitting room. Looks very nice too.
Yes, it hasn't changed all that much, really, has it? Shall we go in the garden?
The office is next door, you see. My father only had to walk out of here with the office.
Your father didn't walk very far,
no,
did he?
No, he didn't, did he?
Right, come on then. I think if we go out, shall we go out the front way? I think perhaps, or can we get out the back
You don't want
way?
to go upstairs?
No, I think we can go out this way into the garden, shall we?
Yes.
Out to the front.
There's 4 large bedrooms up there and a bathroom.
Now, stop. There we are. Let's go in here. And I think we can get into the garden over
Yes,
there
you can,
through
yeah,
that gate,
yeah.
can't we?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Now then, if we go around here. Did your father grow vegetables?
Oh, yes.
They did?
Yes, we had a lot of, well, everything, you know, peas and beans, potatoes, strawberries,
right.
turnips and everything.
Did you? Let me open the gate. I think there's a bolt here. Let me do it, shall I? Gosh, I don't know how it works. Just a second. Does it? I don't know how this works. Needs a... hang on. That's it. There we are. We've done it.
Lovely.
Now, mind, because the stone's here.
Yeah.
Now then.
We used to have a sock, what we call a sock tub here,
Yes.
with sheep muck in it, you know.
Yeah.
And liquid manure. And all this was garden. Like
Oh, and
this
then you
is
put
here.
it on the garden.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
I see.
And he had a big greenhouse on this wall here.
Yes.
There's a lovely he had a long greenhouse right along here.
Yeah.
And he used to grow his own grapes, you know.
Did he
and
really?
I used to take the grapes down to raid it to sell them to the greengrocer, yes.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And is that a pigsty up there?
Yeah, it was, yes.
Is that where you kept the pigs?
He
Kept them in the...
kept them in the stables there.
Oh, we didn't use that pigsty?
No, it wasn't there then, I don't think.
Oh, I see.
No, it wasn't there.
Anything?
And all this was still garden, you see.
But it was a lovely big
And that's
garden.
only half of it. There's a lot more on the other side, which we'll go around and see.
Yes, OK. Well, I don't know my way here. You better show me.
Yeah.
Let me hold your arm, because this ground's not very firm, is it? Was it stones like this, or was it just soil?
No, it was much better paths than these.
Was it? I suppose
Yes, and you had a little range here with heat in the greenhouse. There was it dug up a big hole here and had a little fire range down here, and I used to fire that to keep the greenhouse warm.
Really?
Because you had to, because of the grapes, you see.
I see.
Yes, and that's the window from the coach house.
Oh,
That's the coach
yes.
house.
Yes. Right, now if we go around, we're almost where you put the coal in the...
This has altered a lot.
Has it changed?
That wasn't there when we were here.
What, you mean the
and
fence?
That bank.
No.
That wasn't there. No, this was all open like this. Here, and we had some fowl at the back here.
Yes. So where would where would the bakery be?
Right,
It's the next one, isn't it?
We'll get to that. I think it'll come round here. I think.
Right. Now let's go around that way. That's it. And I think we've got another gate to go through. So this gate wasn't here when you were a little boy?
This path. Not
No?
really. There was no proper path, there wasn't then. But
My goodness,
we had a fowl pen here anyway at the back here.
Did you? So, this is is this the bakery?
No.
No,
that's
it
the
isn't.
coach house.
That's the coach house.
Yes, the coach house, yes.
It was a big house,
Yes,
wasn't it?
Indeed, yeah.
Now then, what
And
have
all
we
this
got?
was garden. This was all garden instead of grass.
Didn't you have a
Yeah,
wonderful
some
time?
Pear tree and apple trees here.
Yes.
There was in this park.
So it was an orchard, really?
Yes, it was, yes.
So,
now here's the fireplace, look.
Oh, yes.
See, that's where the oven was fired for the bakehouse.
Yes. So you put the coke in this way. I see.
There. There's a story onion and pile here.
Yes.
A big pile of it here, and we shoved it straight into there after I got the fire going.
Ah, you can just see where it used to be, can't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise that there was such a big garden.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get out that way.
I'll tell you another thing. Do you see these tiles on the roof?
Yes.
Well, do you see how they're graded? Larger ones and small ones.
Yes.
They're graded, you know.
I didn't know
And
that.
they're handmade tiles. They're chipped
well,
to shape and size.
Well, they don't do it like that today, do
No,
they?
word, they don't know indeed. No. And that's Mr. Swan's house there.
That was where Mr. Swan lived?
Yes, and the office part, it runs from there up to the road.
Ah.
The offices, the two offices.
And Mr. Swan was the superintendent.
Yes,
I see.
He was,
and he was your father's boss?
Yes, he was the boss.
Yes.
Yes, he was the boss.
I don't know whether we... Shall we see if we can get round that way? Let me
Yes,
have a look. I don't know whether we can.
Yes, we can. There's another door here into the kitchen.
Is there?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
If not, we'll walk round... That's your apple tree,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll go around the outside,
Yes,
shall we?
We had gooseberry trees all around here. Yes, you can get...
That's it. That's the way into the kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we can go this way, can't
You
we?
see these lovely stone mullions for
Aren't
the
they
windows?
lovely?
Look.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a lovely house, wasn't it?
Was indeed.
Did your mother and father like it? Were they happy here?
Yes.
And you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I loved it. No, I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's for today, that is, isn't it? That's the oil for central heating.
Is it?
Yes, that's where they store the oil.
The oil storage, yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes, the oil
Now,
storage.
they don't have coal fires like you had in your time.
No, of course that tree wasn't there.
No.
That's grown a massive tree over the years, and this is a massive apple tree.
Didn't you have lovely views?
Oh, they got the greenhouse here now.
That's right. And is that the school?
Yes, that's the school
That's
up
the
there,
school.
that's it. So all we had to do was just jump over the fence and we were in school.
Oh, you... Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's go round here
the
then.
school and the church, you know, it's everything.
Everything was there. So it was very handy for you to go to school.
Yeah.
You were never late.
No excuses.
No excuses, no.
Yeah. It's a sitting room bay window.
That's right. And what time did you have to be in school?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, the same as we do today.
Yes, no, there's that was the map room for the offices.
Oh, this one here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that was the map room, and then the other part of the office is this part here,
That's
the back
right.
of this tree.
And then the house was attached?
Yes, and the house is that back part. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we can get out of the gate here. Look,
And
here's
then
the
this
front.
was garden again here.
I didn't realise it was so big.
No, it's a big place.
It was a lot for your mother and father to look after,
Well,
wasn't
yes,
it?
it was, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let me see. I don't think we can open this gate, can we? Let me have a look. It looks as though it might be tied up.
Is it?
Let me see. Right. So, this was the shop,
Yes, that was the sweets.
which is where you sold the
sweets
sweets.
displayed.
Right, and what
yes.
did we have this side?
This was cartons, you know, mostly cartons built up into shapes and that. In
And
the
display,
window.
just to
Yes,
display.
yeah.
And did you ever use this front door?
Oh,
this
this was the
this was
entrance
the
to
way
the
into
shop.
the shop.
That had his nameplate over there.
Oh, did it?
Yes, Frederick Chitty,
Grocer?
licensed to sell tobacco and cigarettes.
Oh, of course,
And
yes.
that, yes. And
He would have to have a licence.
General grocer, yes.
That's right. And then upstairs, did
Yes.
you have a bedroom
Yes.
at the front or
Yes.
the back of the house?
There's 4 bedrooms, 1, 2, and then there was one on the end
Yes.
and another one right at the back.
And where did you sleep?
Well, this was that one was the one that us kids slept in.
You slept
Mostly
in that,
one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And where did your mother and father sleep? At the back?
At the back,
Yeah.
yes, at the back.
Your mother liked that back bedroom, didn't
Yes,
she?
yes.
Yes.
And you know, you could hear the dawn chorus in the wood at the back.
Could you?
Every year, yes. I'd wake up at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you know,
Did
the
they?
birds are, the dawn chorus. It was that marvellous.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
Where were the huts?
And where were the huts in? Where the huts? Yes.
Huts were where these trees are now, all the way down, right the way down to the bottom.
From
all the way.
From the suspension bridge.
Yes, right
the
way up to the big bridge, right down to the suspension bridge at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah.
And those trees were not here.
No, there was no trees. It was all grassland up there.
Yes.
And it was cut every year, and collected the grass was for the horses.
Oh,
and
yes,
the
for the
stables.
winter time.
Yes, the hay.
I see.
Yes.
So it's changed quite a lot, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, this has. Yes.
Has your house changed? Not really.
No, the house is exactly the same.
It's very much the same.
Yes, the outside is exactly. There's no changes at all. And it's all built with local stone as well.
Yes. Lovely stone,
Yes.
isn't it?
And these, you know, I watched for hours the men dressing these yes, these sandstone mullions.
Mullions,
yes. Yeah. They'd be all shaped, they come in square blocks. And they all had to be shaped, you know, with chisels and that.
Yes.
And I watched them for hours. They used to have benches about this size. And they used to lay it on and they used to chip it away.
And work at it.
I watched them out here for hours when I was a
Right,
kid.
yes. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
So what can you tell me about the fountain here?
About the fountain? Well, not a lot really, except being that it was more or less a playground for us, you know. We always used to play around here quite a lot. But at the back, in the old days, when the wooden huts were all the way down the village, the men in the evenings used to play kites along the back there, right along the back. And, you know, throwing there was a spike about 6 inches out of the ground, and they're throwing these kites with a hole in the middle onto these spikes.
And where was the canteen?
The canteen was exactly where the fountain is now, in that area there. Quite a large wooden hut it was.
And that's where your father used to do...
My father managed that, yes.
And the school up there, that's where you used to go to school?
Yes, that's the school, yes.
And
it's also the church as well.
So you used to go to church up there?
Yes, and Sunday school.
And can you tell me about when you worked in on the filter beds?
On the filter beds, yes. Well, I was there for 2 years, from the age of 16 to 18, because I was at 18, when I had my 18th birthday, I was called up into the army and into the 4th Battalion of the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. And their headquarters was at Wrexham, and I had to go there to be fitted out with a khaki and everything, and new caps and boots and everything, underwear.
What did you do on the filter beds?
They had 2 electric cranes running on the overhead gantries with a skip hanging down full of sand. And we used to collect the dirty sand from the filter beds they were skimmed every so often. There was scum and that gathers on top of the water, and that was skimmed off by about 1 inch of sand and taken to a sand washer at the end of the filter beds, and then brought back again and filled into the bed, because there were about 12 feet of sand, you know, for the water to sink through before it goes into the channel to Birmingham.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yes, I had 2 years. I enjoyed those 2 years, but that was during the war, the 1914 war, you know.
So, did you have a happy life in the village?
Oh, yes, I was quite happy here. Yes, it was lovely.
Can you tell me what was the nicest thing about it?
Well, of course, the big thing was always the tea parties which we had, you know, especially the one at Christmas, when the prizes were given and that. Which Mr. Anthony Lees, the secretary, used to come out, and his wife used to come down for that for Christmas.
So you would have been playing out here as well, would you?
Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, I've spent many hours around here when I was a lad.
So how did you get to school from here?
School, all I had to do from the house was jump over the garden fence and I was in school. Because the school is only just, you know, so-and-so away.
So you didn't go by road?
No.
And were you a good pupil?
Well, yeah, I hope I was anyway. I think I was one of the favourites, I think.
And were you ever late for school?
No, never. I had no excuses, living next door.
And you enjoyed it?
Yes, I did.
So during your lifetime, all of your 97 years, can you tell me any of the changes? What do you think is the biggest changes that have happened?
Only in my lifetime? Well, I think going to Birmingham from here, I think, was the biggest change in my life. Changed my life altogether.
Do you wish now that you'd stayed in the village, or are you glad you went?
No, I've got no regrets really, no. No, but I've had quite a happy life, one way and another, you know, and enjoyable life. I've been very lucky.
And how many children were there in your family eventually?
There were 8 children, 5 boys and 3 girls. And I was the 3rd youngest of the youngest one.
And did they all go away to work?
Yes. Yes, they all went away to work. Anyway, my family ended up in Cheltenham. My mother and father and 6 of the children are all buried in Cheltenham.
And where did your sisters work? Did they go and work in Birmingham, or did they work locally?
Yes, I had an auntie Jess living in Bourneville Lane, only a stone's throw from Cadbury's factory. And I had an auntie Jess there, and my 2 eldest sisters, when they left school, they were sent to Birmingham and lodged with their auntie Jess and got a job at Cadbury's.
Did any of them work in Rayder?
Well, Maggie, my oldest sister, she worked in a paper shop. I don't know whether it was Phillips or Morgan. I think it was a man named Phillips kept it, I think. And she served in that shop there, and my oldest sister Maggie did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your bottom of frame, right?
You're
there.
in, out.
Right, okay.
Right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this is where you went to school?
Yes, this is where I went to school, Sally.
Can you describe to me what it was like?
Well, it was enjoyable to me. I enjoyed my schooling here, my school days here.
Where did you play?
Well, we played football along here, this passage along the back here. It's all like this, you know, and we played football along there. And on the top as well, where the old school was.
So the old school was up there?
There, yes. Mm.
And did the boys and girls all go in the same entrance?
No, the boys' entrance was on the other end, but it's been all built up now.
And the girls went...
This is the girls' entrance. And the boiler room is just round the corner here. There's a big boiler room for, you know, for the radiators and that.
When it was wet, did you still play outside, or was there anything covered in?
No, we didn't go. They wouldn't let us go out when it was wet. We should do something inside, in the big hall.
And how many teachers were there?
Well, there was Mr. Upstone, the headmaster, and his wife, and one daughter. Three teachers.
Mrs. Upstone.
And did you like Mrs. Upstone?
No, I didn't care for her at all.
Right. Why was that?
Well, she was a bit bossy anyway, but her husband was quite an amiable sort of a man, really, the headmaster. I never saw him get very infuriated at any time. But I didn't like his wife. And Emsie, the daughter, she was quite a nice person, really.
Was it very strict?
Well, she was, but the headmaster wasn't, really.
What would happen how would they punish you?
Oh, it was a cane. It was a cane in those days. Although, I mean, it just depended really how serious it was. I mean, I remember once that I did something other and I had to stand in the corner and face into the corner, not look at that for a time. I forget what it was I did now.
Did you ever have any homework? Did you only have to take work home to do?
No, we never took any, never had any homework in those days.
And did you have your dinners here?
No.
Did you bring a packed lunch?
No, well, no, because I was living next door.
So you went home for dinner?
Yes.
Yes. And how many children would be in the school?
Well, I would think at that time that I was going to school here, there'd be at least about 20, 40, 60, at least 60, I would think, from the village. Most families had children in the village at that time.
How old were the children at the school?
Well, it varied. I think I was getting on to be the oldest during the period I was there, at 14 when I left.
When did they start?
I think it was, it'd be 1909, I think.
What age were the children when they started?
Oh, 5 years old.
Okay.